Hey hockey fans, welcome back for another deep dive. This time, we're strapping on the skates and hitting the ice with the HTFL. Week 4 had some wild games, and we're breaking down all the action.
Buckle up, because we're going beyond just the scores here. We're going to uncover the real stories, the grit and the glory that made the HTFL so special. That's the Happy Time Friendship League, in case you're just joining us.
Always good to remind people, right?
Of course.
Recreational league, tons of fun.
Yeah, and we've got these detailed play-by-play summaries, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Because it means we can kind of relive the whole game.
More than just the highlights, right?
Yeah, more than just the highlights. And we're really going to try to figure out, was there anything we can learn from these games? Any hidden trends or strategies or anything like that?
Yeah, and one of the things that really jumps out to me right off the bat is both of these games were decided by just one goal. So it begs the question, is this a sign of a really balanced league?
Right.
Is any team, capable of winning it all?
That's the big question, right? Is there a true top-tier team?
Yeah.
Or is every team kind of, evenly matched?
Yeah.
I guess we'll see. Let's start with red versus green.
Okay.
Now, this game started off with a bang, man. Just 2 minutes in.
Okay.
There's this huge collision behind the net.
Whoa.
Jeff Manning from green and Dustin Abernathy from red. They both go down hard.
Oof.
It was it just set the tone for this super physical, intense game.
It's interesting because, obviously collisions happen in hockey, right?
Right.
But do they happen more in close games? Is there a time between the intensity of the game and how physical it is?
Well, and it is a recreational league, right? But these guys are still competitive.
Oh, yeah.
So I think there's definitely a desire to win there.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I think that's a great point.
Yeah.
So green actually manages to score first. Manning gets one past the goalie.
Okay.
But red answers right back.
Oh, okay.
Immediately.
Wow.
It was a beautiful top shelf snipe from Greg Henry.
Ooh.
And they just went back and forth like that the whole first period.
A real nail biter from the get-go.
It was intense, man. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Now, the game summary mentioned goalie Andy Anderson making a bunch of huge saves in the second.
Yeah.
What made those so crucial?
Oh, man. Okay, so picture this. Green's on the power play, right?
Okay.
They're just cycling the puck. They're passing it around like crazy.
Okay, yeah.
And all of a sudden, boom, shot comes in from the point.
Right.
But Anderson, he gets across the crease so fast, it's like he was shot out of a cannon. And he makes the save.
All right.
But the puck drops right in front of the net, prime scoring opportunity for Green.
Oh, no.
Another Green play. He dives for the puck. But somehow, Anderson gets a pad on it.
Nice.
The crowd goes wild.
Oh, I bet.
It's you could feel the momentum shift in Red's favor right there.
Wow, that is incredible.
It was crazy.
It sounds like more than just athleticism, right? He knew where that puck was going. He was anticipating deep understanding of the game.
Absolutely. Yeah, he was reading the play. He was reading the players.
Were there any other big saves that you remember?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Later in that same period, Green breaks in on a 2-on-1.
Oh, yeah.
Now, those are high percentage scoring chances.
Very dangerous.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But Anderson, he stayed patient, right? He didn't commit too early.
Okay.
And he forced the shooter to make the first move.
Smart.
The Green player tries to go 5-hole, but Anderson just shuts the door.
No way.
With this lightning fast pad save.
Oh, man.
It was textbook goaltending.
That's awesome. And, it takes a lot of mental toughness to be a goalie,
Oh, absolutely.
After those first couple saves, he could have gotten rattled.
Yeah.
But he stayed in the zone.
Oh, yeah.
Focused.
Yeah, he was locked in, man.
So Green did end up tying it up, though.
They did, yeah. Mike Fitzgerald.
Okay.
He capitalized on a rebound.
Happens.
The score was tied 3-3.
Oh, man.
Just a few minutes left on the clock. The tension was, palpable.
I bet. So then what happened? How did Red win it? Was it a set play or?
It was chaos, man. Pure chaos.
What?
A shot from the blue line deflects off a player's skate.
Oh, jeez.
Puck's bouncing around in front of the net like a pinball,
Yeah, yeah.
And guess who's there to clean up the mess?
Oh.
Greg Henry.
No way.
Bats it out of midair, right into the net.
Wow.
It wasn't pretty, but it was effective.
It's all that matters.
That's right. Yeah, so Red takes the lead, 4-3.
Uh-huh.
And they managed to hold on for the win.
All right.
Final score, red 5, green 4.
Wow, what a game. And, both goalies faced a ton of shots.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Anderson saw 43 shots. And Green's goalie, Josh Rangel, faced 40.
Yeah.
That's a lot of rubber.
It speaks to the offensive firepower of both teams.
Oh, yeah.
And the amazing performances from both goalies.
Totally.
They were on their game, for sure.
So, ready for another wild ride?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's switch gears.
Okay.
Let's talk about blue versus yellow, a game that I hear was even more intense.
It was crazy. And yellow, they came out flying right off the bat.
Okay.
They scored 2 goals in the first 12 minutes.
Wow. So blue was already playing catch-up.
They were. And a big part of that was Mitchell Manning.
Okay, yeah.
This guy was everywhere, scoring goals, setting up his teammates.
Nice.
Just an absolute force on the ice.
That's so cool. In pro leagues, we talk about, star players all the time.
Sure.
But in a rec league, it's really cool to see someone like that just dominate,
Yeah, it's awesome.
What makes him such a good player from the play-by-play? Is it his speed or...
It's a combination of everything, really. Okay. He's got this incredible hockey IQ.
Right.
He always seems to be, one step ahead of everyone else.
Right.
He can thread a pass through the tightest of spaces.
Yeah.
His wrist shot is an absolute laser beam.
Whoa.
But what really impresses me is his work ethic.
Okay.
He never stops hustling. He back-checks hard.
Yeah.
He's not afraid to battle for the puck in the corners,
Awesome.
It's a coach's dream.
Sounds like a total complete player. And the fact that he's putting up points consistently, that's not just luck, That's a pattern.
Right, exactly. Yeah, he's the real deal.
And speaking of patterns, remember that big hit in that first game?
Oh, yeah.
This game had one, too.
Buckle up, because this one was a doozy, too.
Oh, no.
Jason Glass from yellow.
Yeah.
And D.T. Peterson from blue, they collide. Hard.
Oh, man. And, it makes you wonder, right, are these collisions a result of these close games?
Right, yeah, the intensity.
Yeah.
It's a great point.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is this collision didn't even seem to faze blue. They battled back and tied the game.
Oh, what?
But then yellow pulled ahead again.
Wow.
It was back and forth the whole time, man.
Another nail-biter.
Total nail-biter.
So tell me, how did yellow manage to pull out the win? Did he score again, or...?
Well, Manning was involved in a lot of the scoring, but it was actually David Byther.
Okay.
He sniped one top shelf.
Nice.
With just a few minutes left on the clock.
Okay.
But here's where things get really weird.
Yeah.
After the buzzer sounds.
Okay.
Final scores. Yellow 6, blue 5.
All right.
Blues Chris Fowler.
Okay.
And Blues goalie Aaron Henry.
Wait, what?
They dropped the gloves.
Their own goalie.
Yeah. They're going at it like they're sworn enemies.
Whoa! Okay, that is wild. Why? After the game, what happened?
I know. It makes you wonder, did something happen during the game that we didn't see?
Yeah, some, disagreement or...
Right, maybe a miscommunication or something.
Right, or just, simmering tension that finally boiled over.
Yeah, who knows? It's a total head-scratcher.
That is so strange.
It really is.
But, I guess it just shows, even in a rec league...
Yeah.
The emotions can run high.
Oh, yeah.
These guys want to win.
Right.
And sometimes that passion, it just comes out in weird ways.
Absolutely.
And, speaking of those incredible performances, let's not forget the goalies in this one.
Oh, yeah. The goalies were phenomenal.
You mentioned some pretty impressive stats.
Right. So Aaron Henry, despite getting into a fight with his own teammate.
Right.
He faced 30 shots and saved 27 of them.
Wow.
And Scott McNitt for yellow.
Yeah.
He faced a whopping 36 shots and saved 32.
Those are crazy numbers. And again, a game decided by just one goal.
I know. It's nuts. Right?
It is. So we've got 2 games, both super close.
Yeah.
Both with amazing goaltending.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like the talent in this league is pretty evenly matched, wouldn't you say?
I think so. But you know what? I think we need to go a little deeper. We've got to look beyond the scores and the stats.
Yeah.
And really analyze what's happening on the ice.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's rewind back to that red versus green game.
Okay.
And really focus on Andy Anderson.
Yep.
And that series of incredible saves that he had.
Oh, yeah.
You described it really well, painting a picture with words.
Right.
But seeing it is really something else.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. There's nothing like seeing it with your own eyes.
Totally.
To really appreciate a goalie's skill.
Yeah.
And just how difficult it is to do what they do.
For sure.
One thing that really stood out to me when watching the footage was Anderson's rebound control.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's not just about making the initial save.
Right.
It's about, like, directing the puck away from danger.
Right, yeah.
And Anderson was so good at that,
Yeah.
that he wasn't just, like, flailing around, you know?
Yeah.
He was using his body. He was using his stick to steer those rebounds into the or out of the zone completely.
That's huge.
It's huge.
Because if you're giving up juicy rebounds, you're just giving the other team more chances to score.
Exactly. Yeah, and Anderson was taking those chances away from Green time and time again.
It's no wonder they were getting frustrated.
Oh, yeah, they were.
And it wasn't just his rebound control, right?
No.
Like, what else did you notice?
His positioning was incredible.
Okay.
He was always square to the puck,
Yeah.
cutting down the angles, making himself look big in the net.
Classic goalie stuff.
It's textbook, yeah.
Yeah. Now, I know we talked about, like, the amazing goals and the big saves and everything.
Right.
But we can't forget about that fight between Fowler and Henry.
Oh, yeah, the teammate violence.
After the game.
I know. Did you catch that on video?
I did, and it's, like, even more confusing watching it again.
I know, right?
It just seems like it came out of nowhere.
It really does, yeah. Like, Fowler just skates over to Henry, says something to him, and then, bam, punches are flying.
It's so strange because Fowler had a great game.
He did, yeah.
He even had an assist on that goal that almost tied it up at the end.
I know.
Like, you'd think he'd be celebrating with his team,
right?
Not getting into a fight.
It just doesn't make sense.
And, like, the other players and the refs, they all look so confused.
They do, yeah. It's like they don't know what to do.
Maybe there was something going on between them that we don't know about.
Yeah, maybe. Like some bad blood from, like, a previous game or something.
Oh, great.
Who knows? But it's definitely weird.
It is. But it does remind us that even in a rec league, emotions can run high.
Oh, yeah.
These guys are competitive.
They are.
They want to win, and sometimes that passion just comes out in strange ways.
It does. It does. And you know what?
What?
I think this whole incident actually ties back to our discussion about parity in the league.
Oh, interesting. How so?
Well, think about it. If these games weren't so close.
Okay, yeah.
If one team was clearly dominant.
Yeah.
Maybe we wouldn't see this kind of post-game frustration.
Right.
But because every goal, every play, every save matters so much in these close matchups, the pressure is amplified.
Right.
You know?
That's a good point. Yeah, like the parity is adding to the intensity.
It is.
Every shift, every face-off, it's a battle.
Right.
And that can really wear on you.
Yeah, mentally and emotionally.
I want to go back to something you said earlier about Aaron Henry and his performance.
You mean even after getting into a fight with his teammate?
Yeah. And, like, how did he stay so focused?
That's what's so remarkable about Henry.
Yeah.
It's like he was able to just compartmentalize the whole thing.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Once that puck dropped again,
he
was right back to being a brick wall in net.
Wow.
He didn't let that altercation distract him from his job.
Right.
Which is to stop pucks.
That's impressive.
It is. It speaks to his mental toughness, you know?
Totally. Like, to be able to shake something like that off.
Right.
And stay focused. Yeah. That's not easy.
Not at all. He was a true professional out there.
He was. And, you know, that's what I love about the HTFL.
What's that?
These guys are playing for the love of the game.
Yeah.
And they're giving it their all.
Right.
Every time they step on the ice.
It's inspiring to see.
It is.
And honestly, that makes the HTFL super exciting to watch.
Oh, totally.
Like every game is a battle.
Yep.
Every team has a chance.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen.
It's pure hockey.
It is. It is.
Played with so much passion and intensity.
And every goal is like celebrated like a Stanley Cup winner.
Absolutely. That's what makes these rec leagues so special.
All right, folks, there you have it. Another deep dive in the books.
Another one down.
I don't know about you, but I am pumped up about the HTFL.
Me too.
Don't forget to check out the HTFL YouTube channel.
Yeah.
The website is thehtfl.net.
All the action.
And of course, huge thanks to our sponsors. Silly Boys Hockey Club. Their website is www.sillyboys.com.
The best.
Superpuck at www.superpuck.net.
I love those guys.
Advanced Career Institute. Go to www.advanced.edu for more information.
Awesome.
And Fowler Productions Video Services. Their YouTube channel is www.youtube.com/HTFL Hockey.
Subscribe. This has been Riley Bardown
and Ollie Pilsinen. Until next time, keep your stick on the ice and your head in the game.